Number 1. Gaslighting. Someone makes you doubt your own memory, your own perception, your own reality. They deny saying what you clearly heard. They twist conversations. They act confused when you confront them. At first, it seems small, a strange comment, a tiny denial, a moment that makes you pause. But over time, those moments build up. You start questioning yourself instead of them. Maybe you misunderstood. Maybe you remembered it wrong. Maybe you're overreacting. That's the trap. Because once you stop trusting your own mind, you start depending on theirs, and that gives them control. How to deal with it? Write things down. Keep notes. Save messages. Not to convince them. You probably won't. Do it for yourself. Gaslighting loses power when you have something solid to return to. Something that reminds you your memory is still real. Number 2. Love bombing. Someone floods you with affection, compliments, gifts, attention. Everything feels intense. They message you constantly. They make you feel special, chosen, important. It feels perfect. But real love usually grows slowly. Love bombing moves fast because the goal is emotional attachment. They want you emotionally invested before you can notice the warning signs. And once you're attached, everything changes. The affection fades, the warmth disappears, the attention becomes inconsistent. The same person who once treated you like everything suddenly becomes cold and distant. Now you chase the beginning. You try harder. You become more patient, more forgiving. You hope the old version of them comes back, but that version was never fully real. It was designed to pull you in. How to deal with it? Slow everything down. When someone moves too fast, take a step back. Say you need time. Healthy people respect boundaries. Manipulative people push harder. And that reaction tells you more than words ever will. Number 3, trauma bonding. This is why toxic relationships become hard to leave. The cycle goes like this: pain, then comfort, harm, then apology. The same person causing emotional damage becomes the person relieving it afterward. That creates a powerful attachment. The painful moments create fear and stress. Then suddenly, the person becomes loving again. They apologize, promise change, act caring. And the relief feels overwhelming because the suffering finally stopped. For a moment. Over time, your brain starts connecting relief with love. That's why the cycle becomes addictive. The lows feel horrible, but the highs feel even stronger because of it. Eventually, chaos starts feeling normal, and calm relationships may even feel strange or boring by comparison. How to deal with it? Recognize the pattern. The relief after the pain is not proof of love. It's the cycle resetting itself. Talk to someone outside the relationship, a friend, a therapist, anyone not trapped inside the same emotional bubble. Manipulation survives in isolation. Clarity grows when outside perspectives return. Number 4, narcissistic manipulation. Narcissists want control, not just attention, control. They want power over how other people feel, so they use manipulation to create emotional imbalance. Sometimes they play the victim. Even after hurting someone, they make themselves look like the injured one instead. Now you feel guilty for confronting them. Other times they punish people with silence. No communication, no warmth, no explanation, just distance. And eventually, you become the one trying to fix everything. They may also compare you to other people, creating insecurity, jealousy, competition. The goal is always the same: keep you emotionally exhausted, keep you explaining yourself, keep you chasing approval. How to deal with it? Stop over-explaining yourself. Manipulative people often don't want understanding. They want you stuck defending yourself. Keep your responses short, clear, calm, and remember this: no is a complete sentence. Number 5, emotional blackmail. This happens when someone uses your feelings against you. They know what makes you afraid: guilt, conflict, rejection, abandonment. Then they use those emotions to pressure you. Suddenly, saying no feels selfish. Setting boundaries feels cruel. There is usually a hidden threat underneath their words, sometimes obvious, sometimes subtle. A cold shoulder, a disappointed look, a long silence. The goal is the same either way. Make you feel responsible for their emotions. How to deal with it. Separate the feeling from the threat. Ask yourself one question. Is this person expressing a boundary or trying to control me through guilt? You are not responsible for another adult's choices, and you should never destroy your own boundaries just to keep someone else comfortable. Number 6, triangulation. Triangulation is when someone brings a third person into the conflict to gain control. They compare people against each other, share secrets, create jealousy, spread information between both sides. Now confusion replaces direct communication. Nobody talks honestly anymore. Everything passes through the manipulator instead. And because they control the information, they control the emotions too. How to deal with it. Go directly to the source. Talk to the actual person involved, not the middleman. Manipulation becomes much weaker when honest communication returns. Number 7, isolation. Isolation makes every other manipulation tactic stronger, because the fewer outside perspectives you have, the easier you are to control. It usually starts small. Tiny comments about your friends, your family, the people close to you. Slowly, your world becomes smaller. You talk to fewer people, spend less time outside the relationship, depend more heavily on one person emotionally. And once that happens, reality becomes easier to distort, because there's nobody left to reality check what's happening. How to deal with it. Maintain at least one outside connection. One friend, one family member, one person who knew you before the manipulation started. Isolation only works in total darkness. One honest connection can break the entire illusion.